Mastic Couch Cast. I'm your host, Mastic, and I'm here with my co-host here.
Hello.
I don't really know if we got like a topic on this one, so I guess we're just gonna be chilling and kind of talking about stuff for like an hour.
Yep.
So I guess it's just like an introductory episode to have everybody get to know us, I guess, type of thing, get our personalities down, stuff like that. You have any input?
Not really. I mean, we didn't even pick a topic.
Yep, that's true. Uh, let's just find some random shit to talk about though.
What do you think about them galvanized Putin nannies?
Love them.
Alright, that was a good topic.
What do you think about big fannies?
Ooh, I would love me a big fanny.
There you go.
Been searching for one for a while.
Have you? Ooh, I know a cool. Have you ever heard of the Pervosaurus?
No.
Okay, so there's a little like fan-made dinosaur, and it's called the Pervotosaurus, and it is essentially the first ever sexual predator.
What the
I don't know
fuck?
if it's a real dinosaur or not, but just the thought of it, and it looks weird as shit. I'll post a photo of it in Discord.
Okay. Pervotosaurus.
That's what it looks like. Homeboy got that chrome dome. He just looks like a perv.
Can't even find it.
It's in the Discord.
No. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, main
Oh
channel.
yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like fucking
He looks like a perv.
Herbert the pervert.
Yeah, Herbert the pervert. Just in dino form.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of stuff. Apparently, like, I guess stole eggs or something. Paleontologists discovered skeleton of nature's first sexual predator. Here's a meme that says EP445's ancestor.
Ancestor. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's gotta be related to humans in some way, because I mean,
The missing link. That's it.
it is.
I got a gotcha from ARC in the search results for Pervosaurus.
What?
Yeah. I'm getting ARC dossiers and shit. You know any like weird, creepy, like urban legends or anything like that?
Um.
Because I
mean, I know. What about them? I mean,
well, it's like,
not really.
are there any that like look really weird, like they behave weird, you know, that type of thing?
I don't know.
I got one. So there's this Japanese like folk tale, and it's like a cryptid pretty much, and all that it is it's an ass with an eyeball in the asshole, and it
What the
doesn't hurt you or anything. It just stares at you with a brown eye.
Don't tell me it stares at me.
That's all it does. It just stares at you.
That's too scary.
But with eye. I have to show you this. They made a game about it. It's called the Shirime. It's just a dude with an eye for an ass. Oh, did I not see
With an eye for an ass.
Yeah, he's got an eye for an ass. It's crazy looking.
Woo! No. He looks like an Among Us character
He
with
does. Oh
from.
my god. He looks like an Among Us character just with the rest of the human attached.
Exactly.
Uh, there's another Japanese like cryptids and stuff are so weird. Like
I
there's this
know.
one.
They're always
All it
wonky.
is just a woman, and she like appears behind you or whatever, and then she's like wearing this mask, and then she asks you if you think that she's pretty, and then whenever you tell her yes, she pulls down her mask, and then it's just kind of like how like the Joker has like that super wide smile that he cut into himself.
Like Momo or whatever.
Yeah, she essentially has that, and like it's all her mouth is all stitched up, and then she goes, "Well, do you think I'm pretty now?" And then she scares you. Compare that to like American cryptids. You know, you got the Wendigo, right? Fucking Wendigos.
Yeah.
The whole purpose behind that is that they're humans that went to cannibalism and then went batshit insane and then transformed into a monster that can only eat human flesh. I don't know about you, but I'd say like
Have you ever seen?
cryptids are a little
Huh?
scarier.
Yeah, that is a little scary. That you know. But have you ever seen like ancient like from like history books and shit of them
Uh,
of like monsters and creatures? They always look so fucking weird.
they do, and I don't know if
Hold
that's
up.
just like humans just kind of seeing something weird out of the corner of their eye and then they just made some shit up about it, or if they got like scared on something and they like didn't really see it, and then their adrenaline just caused them to be like, "There's a dude with an eye for an ass."
No! He'll stare at you.
He'll stare at you until you peer into his brown eye. What are some other cool cryptids? Because there's quite a lot of them. There's like some obscure ones, and then there's some like really cool ones. And then there are ones that are just like the exact same animal, like the Yeti and Bigfoot. Like they're the same thing. It's just the only difference is that one's white. That's it. And they're just a Gigantopithecus anyway. That's all that they are.
Yeah.
I was gonna show you what they look like, but you probably know what they look like because we play Ark. So they're the big monkey.
What?
Yeah,
You?
they're the big monkey.
Oh, I've heard about that.
I'm about to say, and like the stature and everything matches up too. So I mean, that's literally all that a Bigfoot or a Yeti is just a Gigantopithecus. And then another thing I've noticed is a lot of cryptids are just dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like Loch Ness monster, that's literally just a plesiosaur.
Here's one.
Oh, you find one?
This one is like a weird looking lion, but it has a goat coming out of his back, and
Oh,
at the
kind
very
of.
back end, there's a dragon
Yep, it's a
or
lion
some
with
shit.
dragon wings, a goat head, and a snake tail.
I don't see a snake tail. I just see the lion.
Uh,
It's like the lion's
yeah,
walking
they
with the
typically
dragon
have
feet.
either a snake or a scorpion for a tail, or not a scorpion, but a scorpion's like stinger.
Yeah.
Kind of like the one in Ark, like the
I see
Boxer
one.
short
I see
birth.
one
Those are
with.
cool.
I see one with of a lion with a goat head and just a snake tail. He didn't have a
But I say
dragon on his
there's
back.
a lot of different ones, but the most common rendition of them is that it's a lion, goat, dragon, snake, scorpion.
Here is some sort of wolf with a human head,
A
or
wolf with a
some sort
human
of
head?
tiger or something. Yeah.
Huh. Let me just search up obscure cryptids. Let's just see what comes up. Of course, you got like aliens, the British
Do
big
what?
cats, alien big cats. phantom cats, mystery cats, English lions, beast of Bodmin, beast of Exmoor. They're apparently a carnivorous mammal. So apparently there's a British cryptid that's just a big cat.
Well, little do they know, there's plenty of those around.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one that's literally just Bigfoot. The Bukit Timah monkey man. The description is a forest-dwelling hominid or other primate. That's literally just Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And then here's one that's a little weird. It's the Kipalobo. It's a humanoid anteater monster.
It's a what?
A humanoid anteater.
Ain't no way you're that scared of an ant.
I know, right? Actually, anteaters are kind of fucking freaky. They got
I know. They got big ass claws. I know that.
and they stand up too if they feel threatened to try to make themselves look bigger.
I know.
Oh,
They got little fucking eyes on their arm.
Have you ever heard of the Jersey Devil?
Uh-uh.
So the Jersey Devil, here's what it looks like. This is like the very first ever like image rendition of it. It's essentially just a horse goat demon that lives in Jersey and like kills people. I think the folklore for it is that it like sneaks through people's chimneys and then eats them. But they look weird as fuck.
Yep. People come up with some weird shit.
2 legs and everything. I used to be really big into cryptids. In 6th grade, me and this one kid were going to make a YouTube channel where we were going to live stream going to like these places where famous cryptids were, and we were gonna like try to hunt them to see if they were actually real or not.
Yeah.
Dumb like little child shit, but like could be fun.
I get it.
Bear King Wood Falls. Hogzilla. It's just a boar with like flames coming out of its nose.
Here is some sort of hyena demon.
Post it?
Huh?
Did you post it in the Discord?
No. It's not nothing.
Here's one. It's called the La Luchuza. It's just an owl with long hair. That's it.
Sigmund?
A Sigmund?
Sigmund?
Sigmund.
Sigmund.
The only thing I'm getting is like a Sigmund
Sigmund.
solutions.
Sigbin.
B-I-N. Sigbin.
I know, I said Sigbin. That was.
I thought you said Sigmin. It's like a
Well, I heard you say it, so I said it again.
dog.
There's a few different ones, I can't tell.
Yeah, the most common thing that I'm seeing is like what looks like a kangaroo or like a rabbit dog.
Yeah.
So it's essentially just a kangaroo but with like little wings.
Wings.
Yeah, I seen one that's got like wings instead of like horns or something. It's got little wings.
What the hell?
And I'm seeing others that are pale with giant ears. So this one is not like a commonly known cryptid, more than likely, because there's not like a one type of
There.
one thing that everybody agrees on. What do you think the chances of any of these cryptids being real would be?
A few of them, possibly, because, like, maybe it's just a weird ass looking species they didn't comprehend.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. Like that's what a lot of these cryptids even are, is just ancient humans seeing a fucking bear in the woods, and they obviously didn't want to go what looked to be like a giant, massive hulking beast, so they stayed the fuck away.
Yes, they're like, shit. There
Yeah,
was just a
yeah,
human walking by picking berries. He was giant.
yeah. There was a hyena man that walked past me. Like
Fucking, and
a
it's just
lot
a
of them,
species.
I could see being kind of real, and the reason why is because they're just ancient species, and we discover species that we thought were extinct all the time.
Yeah,
Like with the coelacanth, we thought that that fish, it's like one of the earliest known fish.
I know.
Yeah, and then we thought that they were extinct for like 100 million years. We just found them in a cave underwater, chilling.
Hey guys.
Yeah, and like we discover new species all the time. Most of the time, we do it by accident. Like I
Yeah.
remember it was like 2011 whenever they first discovered this. It was in a zoo. There was a little spider that was in one of the like pens or whatever for the animals, and one of the zookeepers found it, and they didn't realize until like 2021, 2022 that it was actually a new
It was
species of
actually a
spider.
new species. Shit, I couldn't find
For
nothing
like a
like
decade,
this.
and then just boom.
I couldn't find no spider like this.
Exactly. It's like, here's another thing. You're a zookeeper. You went to college and all that stuff to like identify animals, and you didn't know that that was a new
Yeah,
species, which
I
is
feel
random.
like you can. Yeah, it's different for insects,
Yeah, we
especially
whenever
for
you
what
go
you
into
focus.
biology, you normally pick like one specific type of animal group to
On.
focus on. So like if they didn't know anything about insectology, I don't really expect them to identify a new spider or whatever right away. But I just don't
This
get
one
how
is.
an entire zoo's worth of zookeepers just didn't be like, huh, I've never seen a spider like that before.
Yeah. Here's a rabbit with wings and antlers and fangs.
So kind of like a demonic jackalope.
I reckon. He just got big old deer antlers. He got some sort of bird wings.
Huh.
Two little teeth poking out of his mouth.
I don't get how people come up with some of this stuff.
I know.
Like honestly, how do you think that there's like a goat standing on two legs with bat wings, or a dude with an eye in his
That's
mouth?
what I said.
You know, like that's just so weird. But like I said, a lot of them could just be real because like a lot of them, are, like I said, are just ancient species, like the Loch Ness monster, Bigfoot, all those things. And on top of that, who's to say that a lot of, if not all of them, were ancient species that just a couple of them survived or whatever? Because one thing I think a lot of people tend to forget is that fossilization is a very rare process. So
Yeah.
all the dinosaurs that we know about, there could be hundreds of millions of new species that we will literally never know about because they just were not under the right conditions to fossilize.
hmm
And that's sad. That's kind of sad to think about because, you know, kind of the whole point of archaeology is to dive into our past as a planet and kind of know how our planet has changed over time and stuff like that, and to not have what could be potentially keys to unlocking certain knowledge points that we will just never know because they just were not under the right conditions.
Yeah.
And then there's one Mothman. He is an American cryptid, and there's like a lot of weird shit about him because a lot of people like ride on the fact that he's real, and then a couple people are like, "Oh, there's no way that he can be real." But he has like a festival. There's a statue of Mothman in a town somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. It's in West Virginia. There's literally just a metal statue of Mothman. Um,
Why?
because that's where the first sighting was, I think. Which I don't get why you would want to immortalize a creature that is literally said to bring disaster with it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that could be me. There's a book called I'm Engaged to Mothman.
Bruh.
There's more than one. This says it's Mothman in Love Book 2. Oh, here's the first book. I'm in love with Mothman. There's a lot of books.
Giants. Why is there so many myths about giants?
Ooh, I think I know why. And it's this right here. Because a lot
What?
of giants are cyclopses, right? They only have one eye.
Yeah.
You know, that's a very thing. The reason why I think that we thought giants existed is because of one specific animal skull. I'll post a picture of it in Discord here. And it's that. Does that or does that not look oddly like a human skull? Just with
I mean, yeah.
one eye
Got the
socket.
jaw. Yeah.
Do you know what skull this animal is from?
Looks like some sort of hog.
It's an elephant.
I was thinking that
Yeah,
too.
they have a lot of hollow spaces in their bones, kind of like birds, to help them weigh less. And
Yeah.
so the theory is that a lot of ancient Greeks and stuff like that, because that's where a lot of giant myths came from, was like Greece and all that stuff, was they just found elephant skulls just without the tusks, and then they thought, this looks oddly fucking human. There's giant humans. You know? And I mean, how often do you really kill elephants and shit and then harvest their skulls?
I know.
You know? So,
They look like
most of
under
the time,
there.
you ain't even taking down an elephant.
How often do you get up and close with an elephant's face
Yeah, exactly.
back then?
Yeah. Like, we haven't needed to hunt anything that big for a real long time. At least without the
Yep.
proper firepower for it, because elephant hunting is still a thing. Which is sad, because they're purely doing it for ivory.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because, like, I'm pretty sure that we can just make it. That, and also, we have a much more reliable source of it, too, because I'm pretty sure our fingernails and our toenails are made of the same shit.
Yeah.
So couldn't we just do, like, a process where, like, I don't know, you encourage people to, like, recycle their toenails and fingernails to make into new ivory?
Or like hooves.
Yeah, hooves.
Yeah. Hooves.
Yeah, you have to trim a lot of horses' hooves and shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Goats.
got to be a way
Cows.
to, like, reverse it. You know what I mean? Like turn it back into normal ivory, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Um, there's a lot of cool dinosaurs and shit too that I love. I also love how paleontology is like this thing. Paleontology and archaeology are like this thing where it just changes all the time. Like, you can't keep up with it. Hardly. Like,
Who's a mythic wolf girl?
mythic wolf girl.
What the fuck? Turkey.
Want to give me some of that?
It's straight up anime drawn too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Give me some of that.
It's so weird.
Yeah, that's weird as fuck. But like Spinosaurus, dude, do you know how many times Spinosaurus has changed just like over the past 10 years?
Has it a lot?
Oh my god. Paleontologists just can't make up their mind on shit. Because first it
And
was, this is the biggest, heaviest, strongest theropod that we've ever seen. Like, even bigger than the T Rex, right? And then it was like, we found more things. And we were like, no, they're not really 50 feet long. They're like about the size of a T Rex. And then it went from a sail to a hump, back and forth. And then it doesn't walk on two legs, it walks on four legs, and it's living in the water all the time. And then it changed back to now, I think the current rendition is it walks on two legs most of the time, four legs sometime, and it's mostly amphibious.
yeah.
Which that much is obvious because you can just look at the skull and tell it eats fish. Because they just have crocodile skulls.
The recent ones are just weird.
Yeah.
The hump's like not very big.
Yeah.
Got a big flat tail.
Yeah. And of course you have the that new thing where paleontologists are arguing about whether or not this one skull that we found is a new T-Rex species or not. And I personally hope it is a new species because that would be cool as fuck. Because that would be the second ever Tyrannus species. Because
Yeah.
T-Rex is the only one that we know about. But the only way for us to really make sure is to find younger T-Rex skulls and stuff and then compare them to the skull that we have found. Because, like, half of the paleontology community is like, it's a new species of Tyrannosaurid. And then the other half is like, no, it's just a 14-year-old T-Rex.
Yeah.
You know? So the only way for us to really find out is to find younger T-Rex skulls that we can 100% say are T-Rex skulls.
Yeah. So what, this skull just changes a lot?
Yeah. It just constantly, just back and forth.
Just back.
And then in the 1920s, there was a big thing of it was called like the big dinosaur mismatch or something like that. And it was pretty much just we had taken a bunch of bones from different dinosaurs, like different species and stuff, and then put them together and then said that that was a species, but it turned out that it wasn't. I think we confused like 5 different species or something like that.
So they just threw them all together like shit.
Yeah,
They
they just
keep
kind of threw a
going.
bunch of bones together and was like, "That's a dinosaur."
What the hell?
Dinosaur mix-up 1920s. Let's just search up that. I just see a bunch of images of like dinosaur toys and books. But yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them was like the Amargasaurus. I think we mixed that up with something.
There's a new one that was found in Amazon's rare peatlands. It is a frog that looks like mud,
Huh.
like chocolate.
Oh,
People
did
say
you
it looks
hear
like
about?
chocolate.
We recently just discovered a new species of anaconda.
Mm.
Yeah. So we thought that there was only one species of anaconda. However, we were traveling to like I guess another side of the rainforest or whatever, and we found what is literally just a new species of anaconda. We thought that they were the same anaconda, but this new species is called, I think, the eastern green anaconda, and they're said to get even bigger than the other anacondas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the biggest
What
anaconda I
the
think we've ever found is like 33 feet, something like that. Let me look it up.
hell?
Biggest anaconda. But okay, look, they've already changed it. New species of giant, and we mean giant snake found in Amazon. And they've already taken the spot as the biggest anaconda. It says right here, green anacondas are the world's heaviest snakes, as recognized by the UK's Natural History Museum. The heftiest record individual weighed 227 kilograms, was 8.43 meters long, and 1.11 meters wide.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. The one video that we have of the new anaconda species, you should watch it. It's literally just chilling in the water, and there's a dude swimming right next to it. It's 26 feet long. This is just the first one that we found, and we're already finding them at plus 20 feet. Yeah, motherfuckers are man killers, dude. Straight up man killers. I do not even know how we are on the top of the food chain, honestly.
I know.
Like,
Because they're stupid.
I'll take the
They're,
screenshot from the
they're,
video. Okay, you can
they're
see
not
this
as
dude
intelligent.
landing, like laying next to this anaconda in the water. Which I would swim with an anaconda because snakes can't open their mouths underwater, so I knew I'd probably be fine. And animals most of the time just don't want to fuck with you. Is it not? Okay.
Um,
It's not letting me post it.
I can save the image.
That didn't work. But these anacondas get fucked
These
up.
anacondas get fucked.
I got an image of it.
Do you?
Dude, it looks fucking green screened on there.
It does, doesn't it? Like it's moving so weird in the video, and the
I
dude
can't
is
see
right
the
next to it.
video. I just see an image of it.
Yeah, but like in the video, it still looks a little like either it looks like either they green screen the guy in or they green screen the snake in.
I know. Dude looks real.
I know, right? I think it's just because of the light that's shining on the anaconda.
Yeah.
It's making it look like it's not kind of there because the water's not like messing with it, kind of like the guy is. But if there wasn't a light shining on it, it'd probably look just like the guy. Yeah, they're the northeastern green anaconda. I'm glad that we don't have to deal with titanoboas no more. Because that was just an anaconda on fucking steroids.
Yeah.
We're only two.
Oh my god, I did not know. Oh my god, there's no way they moved that fast.
The Amazon. We were doing as
It says right here that the titanoboa could go 50 mile an hour.
we showed
What
that they
the
diverged
Fuck
from
that.
the standard green anaconda.
Imagine seeing a snake and you see that motherfucker slither 50 mile an hour. I would shit my
Like,
pants.
damn.
I would shit my pants, bro.
Uh-huh.
Especially with how big Titan boas are.
Mm-hmm.
There's no excuse.
That's a fucking semi coming.
There's no excuse why something that big can move that fast.
Mm-hmm.
If that is true, that is insane. Now I don't know if they actually like would have wrestled and tried to eat like bigger dinosaurs, kind of like Rexes and stuff, but they probably could have fought them. Let's see, when did they even live? So it says right here their diet included all kinds of giant reptiles, fish, and mammals, etc. So they could pretty much eat whatever they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Available for consuming within their habitat, Titan boas would hunt both on land and underwater. Then right here, can Titan boa eat dinosaurs? It is unlikely that Titan boa could have killed the largest dinosaurs. Okay, so probably couldn't have like killed T-Rexes. But at the same time, apex predators don't normally fuck with each other because they know they're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Titan boa was a large snake, but it was not as large as some of the largest dinosaurs. The largest dinosaurs, such as Argentinosaurus, were up to 130 feet long and weighed up to 100 tons. Well, duh, I don't fucking expect the snake to kill an Argentinosaurus. Nothing could kill a full-grown Argentinosaurus. Nothing.
Yeah.
That's why whenever, carnivores hunt, they don't go after strong individuals in herds and stuff. They go after the sick and weak or the young.
Hmm.
I feel like people tend to forget that just because you're an herbivore does not mean that you're weak. A lot of herbivores
Yeah.
are just as strong, if not stronger, than a lot of their predators.
Hmm.
Hence why they go after them whenever they're young or sick
Hmm.
or old. Because, like, ain't no lion fucking with a full-grown Cape buffalo. Because they know that
I
they're
know.
gonna die. Nile crocodiles don't even fuck with full-grown bison a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Or bison, fucking water buffalo. It's not a bison. But, here in North America we got bison. Nothing fucks with full-grown bison. Because they're like 3 tons. Or like 3,000 pounds or something like that. So they're a little over ton, I think. Okay, so it says right here that an adult male bison could get 1,000 to 2,200 pounds, and a female can get 790 to 1,200 pounds, which is still big as fuck.
Also, those anacondas have 6 rows of teeth.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. It says right here
Yeah.
that the heaviest American bison was 3,801 pounds. That's heavier
Damn.
than most fucking cars.
I know.
Dude. There's a lot of, like, scary animals on the planet. Here's a question for you. Realistically, alright, let's just say you can carry, like, 2, 3 melee weapons on you. You only have melee weapons, so no firearms or anything like that. What is the most, like, dangerous animal you think that you could take down with a melee weapon? So, like, a sword and
What type
spear.
of uh, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, take your time.
I take that on like a wolf.
A wolf? Just one wolf?
Yeah.
Any other animals you think you could take down? Like any other apexes or whatever?
I don't know.
I feel like, right, so like you're allowed to carry like 2, 3 melee weapons on you. Okay? So here'd be my loadout. I carry a sword, a spear, and some brass knuckles. Okay? And I feel like I could easily take down, with this equipment, I feel like I could easily take down any crocodile or alligator out of water. I feel like I could do that with my bare hands. Honestly.
Uh,
No, because here's my plan, right? You run, okay? And you got to make sure you're quick, because them motherfuckers get up and they go.
that's good.
And you just zigzag between a tree, or hell, you just find one tree and just circle it. Crocodiles and alligators can't really, like, shift their bodies very well. And so then they get super confused. And their brains essentially just short circuit. And then I get behind it, jump up on its back, and just close its mouth. And just hold its mouth shut. And then I just beat the fuck out of it till it died. With the brass knuckles.
I guess.
Because, well, you can hold a crocodile and alligator's mouth shut with your hand. Because the muscles in crocodile and alligator's mouths that are responsible for opening their jaws are really weak. Hence why if you ever look at like people that go out and they like capture crocodiles and alligators that aren't supposed to be in certain spots and then like relocate them, they just take like electrical tape and just wrap it around the snout like
I know.
rope because they just can't open their
But
jaws.
there's some big ass alligators and crocodiles out.
There are, but at the same time, they can't really death roll on land. I've used the tree to my advantage, so it's already confused. And then whenever I'm on its back, especially if it's a crocodile or alligator, they're missing a bone in their necks that allow them to turn their heads around. So once you're on its back, it literally can do nothing to you, except try to get you off. And I feel like with a spear, I could take down a max of like 2 wolves. Because I got a plan for that too. I put my back up to a tree so that nothing could get behind me. And then I'd hold out my spear, right? And then as soon as one comes close, jab at it so it backs away. Because you only really want to fight one at a time. So you want to try to keep one at bay with the spear, and then you want to try to fight one at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had that equipment, I could also take down probably a pack of like 5, 6 coyotes. I feel like they're pretty weak.
Yeah.
Granted, I also feel like they're a little bit stronger than a lot of people give them credit for, but compared to like wolves and shit, a coyote's nothing.
Hmm.
But the most dangerous thing I feel like I could take down with that loadout is I feel like it would be I give myself a good 50-50 shot with a black bear.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, I think 50-50.
Yeah, because, you know, I got the knowledge to help me in a lot of these fights because I know how a lot of animals are in their biology and stuff, so I can take advantage of that, right? Just like with the crocodile alligator situation, I pretty much took full advantage of their biology to beat them. So, black bears on average are about 6 feet tall. I'm 6'3", so I'm bigger than most black bears. So, I already have the height advantage. They got the weight advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
But I have the self-confidence advantage because black bears essentially just see themselves as giant raccoons, so they're massive pussies. Hence why the rule for black bears is to fight back on them because, you know, they're pussies. So you hit them one time, then they pretty much just run away.
Yeah.
So I'd probably like zigzag between some trees because like obviously nothing that big and heavy can really like zigzag quite that good probably. So I'd try to find something that was kind of thick and tree so I could zigzag, but it couldn't really zigzag. And then I'd turn around and just stick my sword out right at its head and just let it run right into me.
Yeah.
Let that
What?
bear's momentum kill itself.
Let what?
Let the bear's momentum kill himself.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because if he's running 30 miles an hour, I turn around suddenly, stick my sword out, he ain't gonna stop. His head's going right on that sword. Then the only thing I gotta deal with is getting a 700-pound bear off my ass.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you could kind of squeeze out from under. And it's not
Yeah,
like,
but he's going to plow the fuck out of you still
oh yeah,
if you're
yeah, I'm definitely like coming out of that fight fucked up as hell. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But I'd say I still give myself a 50-50 shot with a black bear.
Hmm.
Now I feel like my chances decreased to about like 20% if I fought a grizzly. Really kind of depends on like how big it is and whether or not it's a male or a female. Because male grizzlies don't really attack you. It's really the females that attack you, and that's just because they got cubs. The only time male grizzlies really attack you is if they're starving or if they think that you're like impeding on territory too much or something.
Exactly. I ain't touching no grizzly bear.
Yeah, fuck that. I take my chances doing what you're supposed to do and play dead.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go into a fetal position in the ground and then cover your neck with your hands, the back of your neck with your hands. because it'll claw at you for a minute, and it'll fuck you up on the ground while you're just sitting there chilling. But it will, it'll let go once it doesn't think that you're a threat anymore. It'll let go.
Yeah.
That's how most people survive bear attacks. But if it's a polar bear, you literally have no option but to fight.
I know.
Because you ain't outrunning it. You can't hide from it. It's a scavenger, so you can't play dead because it'll still eat you. Literally, the only thing that you can do is fight back and just pray.
They're very curious, but they'll still just fuck up whatever they're curious about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because, like I said, a lot of bears just think of themselves as just giant puppy dogs or giant raccoons. So internally, they think that they're raccoons, but they don't realize that they're 800-pound death machines.
Yeah.
Oh, I also learned about a new thing. There's a fish called the striped marlin, and we recently learned that they can make their stripes like disappear and reappear, and we found two of them doing it. And what we noticed was one of them right before it goes into a pack of sardines, because what they do is they like eating sardines, so they'll swim in really fast and stun a bunch of them in the school,
Yeah.
and then they'll go through and then eat them or whatever on their way back. And we found out that these striped marlin make their stripes appear right before they go into the school of fish. And we think that what they're doing is they're essentially telling all the other marlin in the area, don't go into the school of fish because I'm going to attack right now. Because the other marlin that was sitting in the back, right after the first marlin made his
red
stripes
lights.
appear, and then he came back, the other marlin made his stripes appear, and then he attacked.
So they got red lights built in?
Yeah, pretty much. So we essentially think that they're telling each other, hey, I'm going into attack, don't attack right now, because you could hurt me.
Yeah.
Which is a very good safety measure whenever you literally have a sword for a nose.
Yeah.
So, I just thought that was so cool. And, like, you can see them, like, their stripes appear, too. Like, it's very vivid. Because the video that I seen, it was literally, like, an above from a helicopter. And they were seeing them fight them. And you could literally see the stripes appear on the marlin from the sky. It was crazy looking. Let me search up a striped marlin. Marlins are automatically, like, amazing fish. They're huge. They are fast. They're the fastest fish. But that's cool. We always, I guess, thought that they always just had stripes on, but they can actually turn them on and off, apparently. They, like, make them glow, because they do technically still have their stripes. They just make them glow like a more vivid whitish blue.
Like, yeah, I see him.
Yeah, but I want to catch one of these fish so bad. Yeah, this is one of my fish on my bucket list to catch. I want to catch a marlin so bad. And a tuna. But I want to go spear fishing for a tuna.
What?
That's how they normally do it anyway.
No.
And it's mostly because the tuna are so big and strong that you can't really use a fishing pole. They probably do, but I know a lot of them just spearfish. So they'll swim with them and then they just shoot them. And then you swim up while it's trying to swim down. So it is a very scary, very dangerous job to do. But my God, I feel like it'd be so fun. Like I seen a video the other day. This dude almost died because it was trying to swim down, and he was trying to swim up. And obviously, you're gonna have a hard time fighting like a 200-pound fish trying to swim down. Even if it's losing its strength continuously because it's bleeding. But luckily, one of his buddies came by and he spearfished it too, and then they both brought it up. But tuna can make you a lot of money.
Oh, no.
Like a lot. I'm pretty sure. What is the average cost for a bluefin tuna?
I don't know.
I know it's like at least $1 million.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah. The most expensive one sold for like $3.5 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's mostly just because they're such big fish, and so you get a lot of meat on them. And on top of that, they are they're very dangerous to catch because bluefin tuna specifically, whenever you pull them up, they thrash about so violently that they cook themselves from the inside out.
I know.
So there's different prices for different types of tuna here. So at number 4, here, there's one more round. So they got top 5 most expensive types of tuna. Okay, so at 5, you have the albacore tuna, which goes for $18 to $22 a pound, which is still pretty damn good. Then you have skipjack tuna, which goes for about $23 to $30 a pound. Yellowfin tuna, which goes for $30 to $35. Big eye tuna, which goes to $40 to $200 a pound. So now we're starting to get up into the big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then right here is bluefin tuna, $20 to $5,000 a pound.
Yeah.
Imagine getting paid. Imagine catching a fish that was like 200 pounds. You get paid $5,000 for every pound of that fish. That's fucking
Like, hell yeah.
yeah. And on top of that, tunas are essentially just torpedoes. Yeah, I mean that quite literally because a torpedo goes the same speed as a sprinting tuna. Yeah. It says right here that bluefin tuna can reach up to lengths of 13 feet and weigh a staggering 2,000 pounds.
What the hell?
I did not know they could get that big.
I know. Imagine having a 2,000 pound one that goes for 5,000 pounds.
Imagine catching a 2,000 pound fish that goes for $5,000 a pound. Verb, I know what we're gonna do today. Yeah, but why is
Go catch tuna.
Yeah, right.
Let me go buy a motor for my boat.
Oh yeah, right here. In 2019, a Japanese sushi tycoon named Kiyoshi Kiramura made headlines by selling out a staggering $3.1 million for a colossal bluefin tuna weighing 612 pounds.
Shit. You hear me though?
What did you say?
So let me go put a motor in my boat, see if we can make it out in the ocean and haul a tuna up with it.
Do it.
That motherfucker would sink the second it gets to the beach.
Probably.
Let alone the weight of tuna.
Fresh, highlighting its delicate flavor and melt in your mouth texture rather than being confined to cans. Okay, so bluefin tuna is fresh tuna. Its staggering cost is attributed to high demand, its remarkable size, averaging 500 pounds but reaching over 600 pounds, and its association with creating exclusive sushi dishes. The most desirable and most expensive part of a tuna is the underbelly, also known as otoro. This section is also the fattiest of the tuna and differs from the rest of it, not only in taste but in name. The Japanese word for bluefin tuna is maguro, and it is broken down into 3 different parts that each have their own distinct flavor. There is akami, which is the red meat, which I knew that. I knew what that meant. And then there are 2 different areas of the desirable underbelly, the medium fatty part called the shutoro or toro, and the fattiest part called the otoro.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I didn't know that we were going to be learning about bluefin tuna today, but the more you know. You have any more inputs?
No.
Alrighty. This is the first ever episode of the Casting Couch Cast. We will see you next week, more than likely.
Yeah.